Our brains are brilliantly designed for automatic action. And thank goodness, when my hand touches a burner, I am happy my brain reads that as an SOS and sets forth the automatic reaction to remove my hand rather than sitting there to go through a cognitive process of deciding. This is our brain and thoughts working for us. On the flip side, automatic thoughts unchecked can work us. Our brains are designed for efficiency, not accuracy. In fact, our brains give us a little hit of hormonal reward when we achieve an answer to a question or problem, whether or not we're actually accurate. This makes being wrong feel exactly like being right. Without intention, investment, and a willingness to be vulnerable enough to be wrong and to even fail at first, it goes unchecked. Have you ever said, "This is just who I am," or "I'm a person who needs to"? Maybe that's been so up until now based on the beliefs, thoughts, and cognitive processes your brain is operating on. Have you ever said, "This is just who I am," or "I'm a person who needs to"? Maybe that's been so up until now based on the beliefs, thoughts, and cognitive processes your brain is operating on. But what if you've been wrong? What if you're capable of more than you've defined yourself to be? I used to say, I have a terrible memory. I must write everything down. It's just who I am. I believe the false truth that we, especially when we become adults, are fixed beings. So here's a fun stat. Research says we're only about 30% fixed. What percent of your pliable 70% have you defined as fixed? What percent of your team's capabilities could be waiting to be stretched into? Let me go back to who I used to believe I was. Emphasis used to and was. Everyone else around me believed that as well. And they helped me reinforce the wrong belief. And so up until recently, I never did much about it, except develop tools to manage my weaknesses and continue to accept it as what it would always be. I was creating an answer to a problem, but didn't step into my fullest capabilities. Then, I invested in myself. A bit more about our brilliant brain that works to serve us. On autopilot, our brain is motivated to keep us safe and comfortable. Again, good thing. I want my body to respond to the psychosomatic symptoms my nerves are producing and get away from the bear that is chasing me. Yet, it's important to know that our brains will always take those same signs of racing heart, sweaty palms, and butterflies in stomach that can come with a brilliant idea in front of us and work to keep us safe and comfortable then too. Because when it's an idea, there's risk, there's a chance of being wrong or failure or looking bad. Welcome to being human. Yet, it's important to know that our brains will always take those same signs of racing heart, sweaty palms, and butterflies in stomach that can come with a brilliant idea in front of us and work to keep us safe and comfortable then too. Because when it's an idea, there's risk, there's a chance of being wrong or failure or looking bad. Welcome to being human. Our brain stays focused on that unless we have created a framework to override it and strengthen the cognitive processes for decision making that can more accurately assess risk. He also believed his team simply wasn't capable of completing the tasks he was giving them, at least not within the timelines he desired. After resistance from previous suggestions, Cam invested in his own cognitive development. When he dismantled his story that his team was not capable by realizing he was taking a large amount of time to even decide what to delegate, and he wasn't engaging in clear and effective communication of outcomes and deadlines. It didn't feel comfortable for him, and he worried he would do it wrong. As a result, his brain helped him stay safe by overthinking. The costs were lost time and lost revenue. As he applied the framework, he soon became quite good at delegating and had his foot on the gas pedal towards this goal. The data showed it, and his team could verify the increase in valuable tasks. Yet, his calendar was still overloaded. Is this simply what it means to be an executive? No. As he progressed through the framework, Cam learned that while pressing the gas on this new tool of delegation, he also discovered he had his foot equally pressed on the brake in resistance. Externally, he was delegating with data to support it. But internally, he uncovered an underlying blind commitment to looking good and being the good guy everyone sees out there getting dirty and doing the real work. His limiting belief was that his team would not respect him if they didn't see him or if he was creating intentional time to maximize his capacity in thought leadership. As you know, pressing on both the brake and the gas extends immense amount of energy, but the car never moves. Cam didn't need learning how to press the gas pedal. He needed support, seeing he was also pressing the brake, and then address that competing commitment. Cam invested his time, finances, and his ego to the vulnerability of finding out what he was capable of within a framework of cognitive development. As a result, his team is feeling the challenge they desire, he had time for thought leadership, and is launching a $750,000 new product that he never had time to think about prior. And he and his team have created clearer, more effective lines of communication. Cam created time and money for his company. Do you want the framework to become aware of and develop tools to override these automatic, powerful connections that keep you small and safe? Do you have even an inkling of belief that you or your team is capable of way more than you are currently creating? Any chance you want to explore how cognitive development could create exponential growth and have your team getting more done in less time with increased satisfaction? Then let's talk.